What's up, everybody? In this video, I will be showing you how to overload Halo 2 Anniversary. Um, it is very similar to the method in Halo 4 and Halo 5 and Halo Reach. All you do is just build a big box of 4 walls, and before you place like a little roof on top, what you want to do is fill up that box with pretty much as many vehicles as possible. Um, I don't remember exactly how many you can put in Halo 2, but just fill it up to the top. And once you do that, just put a little floor or another wall on top to cover it up, so when the vehicles spawn, they don't fly out of the box. You gotta keep them contained for this to work. So once you have all that and everything is all set, all you need to do now is just start a new round. And it's best if you, before you start a new round, it's best to fly kind of close to the box. It'll help with the overload a little bit. But once you're close enough, just start a new round. And this will be a little bit slow because it's going to be really laggy. It won't completely crash the game like Halo 4, but it does have similar effects. As you can see, all the vehicles already spawned in the back, and the frame rate is like pretty much like a frame per second. It will slowly pick up though once all the vehicles have exploded. And yeah, just, wait for everything to spawn in. Patiently wait for everything to spawn in. But while we wait, just if you remember in Halo 3, when you overload the map, it usually has a lot of interesting effects. Some things are disabled, you can get out past barriers, and so on. Oh, also, when you overload Halo 2 Anniversary, a lot of the times if you're using different controls other than default, like I use bumper jumper, if you use different controls, it will set the default for some reason. Another effect, as you can see here, is that once the map is overloaded like this, a lot of times your weapons won't make any sound at all. You can keep shooting, pretty much any kind of shot, and it will all be pretty much, it will be either muted or sometimes it'll be muffled. I have no idea why it does that, but it's probably, it's definitely a side effect of the overloading. And yeah, pretty much does that with any weapon, including vehicles. And it does affect the entire map. So you don't have to be close to the box for it to affect it. Pretty much any distance. So you have indeed overloaded the entire map by doing this. It's actually not just weapon sounds that are also pretty much muted. All sound effects are muted except for like environmental sound effects, which you can still hear go in the background. And as I mentioned, vehicles are also for the most part muted if you were to get into one. But also right here, you notice that sometimes explosions are not as effective. I'm not sure if that's because these vehicles are kind of phased into the floor, but basically it's kind of like an anti-explosion glitch from Halo 5 and Halo 3, but it's not quite the same. So here, if we got into the mongoose, you can hear it's still affected by the glitch. But when you honk the horn, it will sound muffled. Sometimes it's completely muted still, but other times it just sound muffled. You can still slightly hear it. And depending on the level of overloading that you can actually achieve, you might still be able to hear the horn completely. So another thing that happens with overloading is if you save the map, you end the game and you start it back up again like I am now, it will cause major like graphical glitches, mainly with resolution. Like in this case, as you can see, game DVR and It was able to capture it. The screen is basically cut off and shrunk down to just this tiny little box here. The whole game still runs like normal, but it's basically really it's a really weird side effect of overrunning the map. Most likely because the game couldn't handle all the rendering at once, and just probably just couldn't keep up in general. Once the game finally does load up, it is still playable like this, but I don't see why you would want to play it like this. Now, if you press the home button, or the guy button, it will actually expand the thing again and fix the problem. So that'll just undo that. Anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time.